Hi folks, John Williams here. I'm going to be with you for the next hour or so, playing a few tunes and a few songs, and I hope you enjoy it. This is the 6th week of the Sligo live stream lock-ins. I'm locked in here in my own house in Doonally, so I'm playing on my own. The session is being sponsored by the White Hag Brewery, who normally provide a few tinnies, but unfortunately because of the distance I would have to travel to collect them, I can't do that. So I'm expecting a few tinnies in a few weeks when this is over. The charity of choice this week is Pieta House, who help people who are contemplating suicide and self-harm and their families. A very worthy cause, as I said before. So I'm going to start off and see how it goes. First song I'm going to sing I suppose it fits in quite well with the situation we're finding ourselves at the moment. It's called The Day's Gonna Come, and it was written by Jody Gallagher up in Donegal, and I love when I'm away to be able to play a song that was written so close to Sligo, and it's about what will happen when disaster hits the world. So here we go. Day's gonna come when the water runs out and the well runs dry. Man so dumb, fish can't swim and birds can't fly. What you gonna do when the crops don't grow and the sun don't shine and it's 10 below? Ain't no way that you told me so, but the day's gonna come. Who you gonna follow when you realize we're all in the wrong? Who do you believe when you've been deceived for far too long? You can cover your lips, your ears and your eyes, and you hear no, see no, tell no lies. Ain't no way you could ever deny, but the day's gonna come. Oh, the day's gonna come when the world we know is gonna make us pay for the debt we owe. What a crime, what a sin, what a mess we're in. Oh, the day's gonna come. And the night so dark it would scare the brave, and the wind so cold it would chill the grave, and the master working for the slave. Oh, the day's gonna come. I see a day when the whole world gets down on its knees, begging and a praying and a crying to the Lord, have mercy on me. We don't run and you can't hide, all the saints and the sinners side by side, praying for Jesus to come out of the sky, but the day's gonna come. Oh, the day's gonna come when the world we know is gonna make us pay for the debt we owe. What a crime, what a sin, what a mess we're in. Oh, the day's gonna come. And the night so dark it would scare the brave, and the wind so cold it would chill the grave, and the master working for the slave. Oh, the day's gonna come. I see a day when there's nothing left worth fighting for. No more tears, no more fears, and no more war. Every gun, every bomb was MIA, every soldier turned and walked away. I can only hope and pray that the day's gonna come. For the day's gonna come when the world we know is gonna make us pay for the debt we owe. What a crime, what a sin, what a mess we're in. Oh, the day's gonna come. And the night so dark it would scare the brave, and the wind so cold it would chill the grave, and the master working for the slave. Oh, the day's gonna come. Oh, the day's gonna come when the world we know is gonna make us pay for the debt we owe. What a crime, what a sin, what a mess we're in. Oh, the day's gonna come. And the night so dark it would scare the brave, and the wind so cold it would chill the grave, and the master working for the slave. Oh, the day's gonna come. And the master working for the slave. Oh, the day's gonna come. And the master working for the slave. Oh, the day's gonna come. That was Day's Gonna Come by Jody Gallagher. I have my aid memoir here beside me. Second song I'm going to sing tonight was a song written by Dirk Powell, and he plays it on the banjo, makes an absolutely fantastic job of it. But I was down at the Westport Bluegrass Festival a few years ago, thanks to Anne and Caroline for putting me up, and I heard Cardboard Fox, the British bluegrass band, young people playing it, and I thought it was very good, so I'll give it a go. I went out late one night, moon and stars were shining bright. Stars came up and the trees came down. I tell you boys, I was waterbound. Waterbound on a stranger's shore, river rising to my door. Carry my home to the fields below, waterbound, nowhere to go. Carve my name on an old barn wall, no one know I was there at all. Stable dry on a winter's night, if you turn your head you can see the light. Black cat crawling on an old boxcar, a rusty nail and a falling star. Ain't got a dime in my ration sack, I'm waterbound and I can't get back. It's I'm going and I won't get back. You don't believe me, count my tracks. The river's long and the river's wide, I'll meet you boys on the other side. So say my name and don't forget, the water still ain't got me yet. Ain't nothing but I'm bound to roam, I'm waterbound and I can't get home. Thank you, that's Waterbound by Dirk Powell. The next tune I'm going to play, or next song I'm going to play, is by Steve Earle. I've always liked Steve Earle's work from when he came out in America first, and he was going to be the next almost Bruce Springsteen when it started off, but something happened over there, I'm not 100% sure it was, and things were said and people fell out, and eventually Steve Earle came to live in Galway, my hometown. And Galway is mentioned in this song, which is another reason I liked it. But the reason he wrote it was because he was very friendly with Townes Van Zandt, John Townes Van Zandt, and when Van Zandt died, he was in Galway, so he wrote this about Townes Van Zandt. And I think it's an interesting song in that Van Zandt could have probably done with help from people. He was a troubled chap. He could have probably done with help from people that like people to give out in Pieta House. So here it goes. It's called Fort Worth Blues. Fort Worth, all the neon shining bright, pretty lights, red and blue. They shut down all the honky tonks tonight. Say a prayer or two, they only knew. You always said the highway was your home. We both know that ain't true. It's just another place a man can go, and he don't Fort Worth Blues. Somewhere up above the great divide, skies are wide, clouds are few. A man can see right clear up to the sky. Just hold on tight, that's all you gotta do. They say Texas weather's always changing. Something change will bring you something new. Houston really ain't that bad a town, so we hung around with the Fort Worth Blues. There's a blue moon over Galway Bay tonight, pretty lights over red and blue. Everywhere I travel to I find that you leave a sign that you've been there too. Amsterdam was always good for grieving. London never failed to leave me blue. Paris really ain't my kind of town, so we hung around with the Fort Worth Blues. Fort Worth Blues. Okay. Next song I'm going to sing is written by Darrell Scott. I've liked Darrell Scott's music since I came across him many years ago. He's an American singer-songwriter, and he was in Dublin a few years back, and I had a meeting on the Monday in Dublin. He was playing on Sunday night, a small pub off Stephen's Green. So I said, try to go up and see how he gets on. So I went in the pub and sitting down, and there was no cover charge, but sometimes in a smaller venue, you know, they'll go around later on and get the cover charge, so that wasn't a worry. I had a pint and no sign of anybody. I had 2 pints, a few people milled in. Eventually I asked the barman, I said, Darrell Scott, is he playing tonight? He said, you're 24 hours late. So I never got to see him live, but I'm going to sing one of his songs here called River Take Me. It's been raining and pouring for 7 days straight. I go to bed early and getting up late. I look out my window, there's a one shade of grey. Oh, my wife and my kids won't have much to say. A man out of work only gets in the way. Oh, the river, she's rising by 1 inch an hour. And tonight we'll be lucky if we still have power. Got a flashlight lad and an oil lad, and I'm ready to go with a fresh set of batteries for my son's radio. If the dam really breaks, we'll know where to go. Woo! River take me, river take me, river take me far from troubled town. River take me, river take me, river take me far from troubled town. If I had a boat, I'd know what I'd do. I'd take me and my family back to Baton Rouge. I wouldn't work in no factory, I'd live on the land and live between means of my own two hands, and dance Saturday night to a Zyppo band. Oh, the river it flows, and a young man dreams, and a river could drown you or could wash you clean. It could take you away to a foreign place, could power your cities, carry your waste, give all your drinks a peculiar taste. Oh, don't look at me, for I've done my time. It's just I've too many dreams for this one heart of mine. I stood on the bridge with the river below, feeling all the sadness that one man can hold. And the river is full, and it's nowhere, nowhere, nowhere to go. Woo! River take me, river take me, river take me far from troubled town. River take me, river take me, river take me far from troubled town. Whoa. That's River Take Me. Hi to the boys from Germany, Declan and Andres. The next song I'm gonna sing is a song called Overkill. It was written by Men at Work in 1983. It hit number, I think, 3 in the top 20 or 100 or whatever it was in Australia. And I'd forgotten that I used to play it, and my daughter, when she heard I was doing this gig, asked me would I play it, so I kind of dug it up, and we'll have a go anyway. Colin Hay is the guy who sings it. So this is for my daughter Joanne. I can get asleep, worry over implications of diving in too deep, possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations that I know will be alright. Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day, the night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear, goes to fear and fade away. Alone between the sheets only brings exasperation. It's time to walk the streets, smell that desperation. At least there's pretty lights though there's little variation, nullifies the night from overkill. Day after day, it appears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Goes to fear and fade away. Come back another day. I can get asleep, I worry over situations, diving in too deep, possibly their complications, especially at night. I worry over situations that I know will be alright. Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day, it appears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Goes to fear and fade away. Goes to fear and fade away. Disappear and fade away. There we go, overkill. The next song I'm going to sing is a song called The Bells of Harlem. Most songs you ever hear about Harlem are kind of downtrodden and people feeling bad and things not going well in life and things like that. But I'm going to dedicate this this song to George Floyd, who was killed there recently on the 25th of May. Because it was written about this song before, and I'll read it out, that it's a modern spiritual reverie of hope and redemption. It was written by Dave Rawlings, and as you know, Dave Rawlings is quite an excellent but a bit of an eclectic guitar player, so I'll have a go. Look at the world, it's waking up. I had the strangest feeling. This weary soul is finally home. I had the strangest feeling. This is the dawn, the break of day, after the midnight parted. These ringing ears have waited years to hear the bells of Harlem. Far down the street I see the signs, crowds are moving faster. Some must have walked 100 blocks. I see the flock and the pastor. Oh, what a time to be alive. Tears of our past forgotten. It's been a long and lonely night. I hear the bells of Harlem. They ring, they sing, they sing. The leaving train. I hear the bells of Harlem. That's for George Floyd. The next song, I don't think you could sing or have a session in Sligo without mentioning Tom Moore, who is an American singer-songwriter, for those of you who don't know, who came to Ireland in the 70s and adopted Sligo as his home, and he's written some fantastic songs, but I'm going to sing for you Believe Me Sligo. Oh, four. And of course, anybody from the Tuesday Dudes group who are out there, all the players on this within McGlynn's come from the Tuesday Dudes group, who were set up by Jerry Grennan about 10 years ago. And Jerry teaches music and teaches me, and he set this up so people could have a chance of playing out in the public. And it's a very safe environment. You can go in there, try out new tunes. People of all levels go in, some experts, Brendan Emmett and Jerry Grennan, people like that go in and play, and but you also get beginners. And sometimes it happens that the same song might be sang twice or three times in the evening. But it gets people out there, and if you're interested, come on into McGlynn's when they're open up again. If McGlynn's was open at the moment, I don't think we'd be having these lock-in live streams. So anyway, Believe Me Sligo. The road that runs from Sligo back to town again, by Knocknarea and Strandhill and the Glen. In March when twilight silence sets the land aflame, I used to wonder, tell me where's the shame? For I could not walk these roads for fear my heart would burn, half sunk 100 times by girlish frowns. Stranger here, no stranger you will ever see than me who loves all that in Sligo be. Now half the world between me and this silent land, I love all those in Sligo's dreamy strands of sycamore and wind, likewise the lucky man who finds as I his heart at her command. I was born to walk the roads that run from there to here, and learn to love, never learn to fear. And when I die I shall have reached the common span, and made a lesson God has learned to man. Though time has turned my face away from Knocknarea and brought me far from here on better days, as long as I've a mind for loving memories, believe me Sligo, I will drink to thee. As long as I've a mind for loving memories, believe me Sligo, I will drink to thee. Believe Me Sligo by Tom Moore. Okay, the next song we're going to sing is Tom Waits song. I really like Tom Waits. When you're doing down tuning in a group, you have somebody to tell a story, or so I don't have any with me tonight to tell the story. But I'll tell the story anyway. There was this duck went into a bar one night and looked up to the barman and kind of waddled up and said, "Do you have any grapes?" And the barman said, "No, we don't have grapes. You get grapes across the road in the centre shop or wherever," he said. "That's where you get grapes." So the duck waddled out anyway. So I'll tell you the next instalment of the joke when I need to retune my guitar the next time. This is called Hold On. And some of the reasons I pick songs is because of the words in the songs. And there's a piece in this song which I really like. It says, "You don't meet nice girls in coffee shops." And I kind of wonder, where do you meet them? They hung a sign up in our town. If you live it up, you won't live it down. So she left Monterey, son, just like a bullet leaves the gun. With charcoal hair and Monroe lips, she went and took the California trip. Oh, the moon is gold and your hair's like wind. Don't look back, just come on, Jim. You gotta hold on, hold on, hold on. You gotta hold on. Taking my hand, you're standing right here. You gotta hold on. Well, he brought her a dime stone watch and a ring made from a spoon. Everyone is looking for someone to blame, but if you share my bed, you share my blame. So go ahead and call the cops. You don't meet nice girls in coffee shops. Oh, he said, "Baby, I still love you. Sometimes there's nothing left to lose. You gotta hold on, yeah, hold on. You gotta hold on. Taking my hand, you're standing right here. You gotta hold on." Down beside the River Hotel, it's 10 below and 40. By the 99-cent store, she closed her eyes and started to sway. But it's so hard to dance that way when it's cold and there's no music, and your hometown's so far away. Inside your head there's a message playing, a song called Hold On. Hold on, hold on, you gotta hold on. Taking my hand, I'm standing right here. You gotta hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You gotta hold on. Taking my hand, you're standing right here. You gotta hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold On by Tom Waits. Just gonna check this tuning again. So the duck comes back into the bar the next day anyway, and he says to the barman, "Have you any grapes?" And the barman gets a bit annoyed and he said, "Listen, I told you yesterday, there's no grapes in this place. You can go across the road, get out of here, I don't want to see you again." So the duck goes across the road. And I'll tell you the rest in the next break. So I'm going to sing a song by Darrell Scott. Darrell is the guy I was talking about earlier on. He's an American singer-songwriter. And This song kind of depicts the differences in life. Some people have a good time, and other people just seem to struggle all their lives. And it's fare thee well, my true love. Song is in the air. I hear the west calling. See what's for me there. And with the sun I'm leaving. I'll be on the town bound. Oh, there ain't no use in grieving. I'll show you what I found. Oh, some folks have it easy. At least that's how it seems. Reach up and pick an apple. Reach up and find a dream. Some travel in the darkness and rest upon the shade. Some wrestle with their demons and face them unafraid. Oh, we argue with our better self. We only ask for more. Oh, we take the ribbon from the shelf and find the open door. Oh, I love you with the fever. I love you with the past. Oh, my heart is a keeper as long as it will last. As long as it will last. I'll tell you how I know, 'cause we walk these roads together. And we walk these roads alone. That's The Open Door by Darrell Scott. Okay, change of tuning again. So the duck comes back into the pub the next day and says to the barman, "Barman, do you have any grapes?" And the barman says, "I told you yesterday we don't have any grapes. I told you the day before we don't have any grapes. And if you keep asking for grapes, if you come here and ask for grapes again, I'm going to nail your beak to the wall over there." So the duck kind of scurries out, you know, duck scurry. And that's me right for the next song, I think. The next song is Early Morning Rain by Gordon Lightfoot. He wrote this in Gordon Lightfoot travelled away from home a lot when he was younger, and he was very lonely. And he used to go to the airports and watch the planes taking off and wish he could go with them. And he never really thought much more about that. It was kind of a modern day hobo, if you like, the guys getting on the freight trains. But he, when he had a wee baby, 5 months old, he, 1964, he put the baby down one day and remembered how lonely he had felt, and he wrote this song called Early Morning Rain. In the early morning rain, with the dollar in my hand and an aching in my heart, my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I love my own one so. In the early morning rain, with nowhere to go, out on runway number 9, big 707 said to go. But I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and damp as I can go. Now the liquor it tastes good, and the women all are fast. Well, there she goes, my friend. She'll be going down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away westward bound, high above the clouds she'll fly. There the weather won't warm and rain don't fall, and the sun it always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours time. This old airport's got me down, it's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and damp as I can be. You can't jump the jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'll just be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train. You shall just be on my way in the early morning rain. So I'll just be on my way in the sunny morning rain. Okay, hi to some. Everybody's wondering about the Ducks, I think. Lisa over in England, I think, likes, and a few other people. Jerry Sheeran, sing out to Jerry, how are you getting on? Mary Williamsuna, there's a lot of people there. I can't really say hello to them all. It says I should play a tune here. I'll have a go at a tune. I brought the mandolin, so I may as well have a go on the mandolin, in case I run out of time and I don't play anything. So, Ashokan's Farewell, it was written by Jade Ungar in 1985-86. It's a fairly new tune. A lot of people think this is a very old tune, mainly because it was used for a small mini-series in America in the 1990s about the Civil War. But it's a fairly new tune called Ashokan's Farewell. Gashukin's Farewell. No, I can't remember what the tuning of this was. So we're up to down tune again. So, right, the duck goes back into the bar again. And he says to the barman, "Do you have any nails?" And the barman says, "No, of course I don't have any nails. It's a bloody pub. What do you think?" And the duck says, "So, do you have any grapes?" That's my duck joke. It's a very 19th century ballad, probably made famous in Ireland by Paul Brady. It's about unrequited love. Was on one bright March morning when I hit New Orleans adieu, and I took the road to Jackson Town, my fortune to renew. I cursed all foreign money, no pleasure could I gain, which filled me heart with longing for the lakes upon Pontchartrain. I stepped on board a railway car beneath the morning sun, and I rode the rocks till evening, till they laid me down again. Oh, strangers here, no friend to me, till a dark girl towards me came, and I fell in love with my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. I said, "My pretty Creole girl, my money here's no good. If it weren't for the alligators, I'd sleep out in the wood. You're welcome here, kind stranger. My house is very plain, but I never turn a stranger out on the lakes of Pontchartrain." She took me to her mammy's house and treated me quite well. The hair upon her shoulders in jet black ringlets fell. To try and paint her beauty, I'm sure it would be in vain. So handsome was my Creole girl on the lakes of Pontchartrain. I asked her if she'd marry me. She said this could never be, for she had a lover and he was far at sea. She said that she would wait for him, and true she would remain. So handsome was my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. So fare thee well, my Creole girl, I'll never see you more. and I social gathering, flowery glass I'll raise, and I'll drink a health to my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Next to Pontchartrain. Okay, up again. This next song is it's called Midnight in Harlem. I kind of like songs with Harlem in the name, obviously. And Susan Tedeschi and Derek Trucks. They were both individual blues players in their own right. Derek Trucks has been playing professional music since he was about 12 or 13. You'll get videos of him on YouTube. But he joined up with Susan Trucks, and they're an item now, but they brought their bands together, and it's well worth watching on YouTube, because the band is about 25 people in the band altogether. Fantastic sound. If you want them for your party, it costs about $250,000 a night. But anyway, I'll have a go at this. It's called Midnight in Harlem. I came from the city. I was running from my past. My heart was bleeding, hurt my bones to laugh. But I stayed in the city, no exception to the rule. COVID virus, obviously. She was born to love me. I was born to be your fool. Crossed that line, tore apart, spend your whole life trying. Ride that train, free your heart. It's midnight up in Harlem. I went down to the river and I took a look around. There were old man's shoes, there were needles on the ground. No more secrets, baby, no more mysteries, no more clues. The stars were out there, I could almost see the moon. The streets are empty and the subway's closing down. Gotta carry your dreams to the other side of town. Cross that line, free your heart, 'cause it's midnight up in Harlem. Drive that train, free your heart, spend your whole life trying. Midnight in Harlem. I got time, I think, looks like about time for about 2 more. That's a fairly new one. I'm going to sing a song or a tune that was written back in 1929 by Fats Waller. Wrote the music to it. I'm not quite sure who wrote the lyrics. So once again, this gig has been sponsored by the White Hag Brewery in Ballymote, and thanks to the White Hag folks out there for sponsoring it. Pieta House is the charity of choice for this week, or for this gig at least. And it would be nice if you could donate whatever it is, €1, €5, everything helps in times like these. They are providing their service over the phone. While they can't go out to people, they're providing a fully comprehensive service over the phone. And I think in times like this, a lot of people might be needing them. So I'd also like to thank John the Map, John Callanan. I didn't know what his real name was until recently. I've always known him as John the Map. Most people will know him around town as John the Map. He's the guy who organised these gigs. And it takes a lot of organising because I've never used Facebook before. I'm not even a Facebook user. This is Sally's Facebook page that I'm linking into McGlynn's Facebook page on. And he had to go through all the various pieces to help me out with that. Now Jerry Grennan also gave me a hand with that. So 2 more songs for you. This one is Ain't Misbehaving, and we'll cover the next one then when we get to it. No one to talk with, all by myself, no one to walk with, I'm happy on the shelf, ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. I'm super certain you're the one I love, I'm through with flirting, it's you that I'm thinking of, ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. Old Jack Horner sat in the corner, ain't going nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for, don't you believe me? I don't go out late, don't get a go, I'm home about 8, just me and my radio, ain't misbehaving, saving my love for, ain't misbehaving, saving my love for, ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. And once again, folks, the charity tonight is Pieta House, and if you can donate anything at all, it would be very helpful. And I think my hour is nearly up, so I'm going to finish on a song called Closing Time. Mihal last week played Closing Time from Tom Waits. Leonard Cohen has a Closing Time as well, but this is a I Love It Closing Time, and it's a song you can't play in somebody's pub too early on, because it's about closing up the place. And I'll finish on this one, folks. Thank you very much for looking in. The night she is a true companion. They shuffle in, you hear the sound, but by night end it's not abandoned. You look across the floor, ain't no one unplug them people, send them home, it's closing time. Now Kenny, he's been mixing sound all evening. Sometimes I think that boy ain't got no ears. Kathy's laughing, Kathy's always laughing. Keep on laughing, Kathy, just make it out of here. Closing time, unplug them people. Closing time, unplug them people, send them home, it's closing time. Now stack those chairs on the table, stack those empties upon the bar. Count my money, count your money, and hear those bottles ring, know where you are. Closing time, unplug them people, send them home, it's closing time. Now stack those chairs on the table, stack those empties against the bar. Count my money, count your money, and hear those bottles ring, know where you are. Closing time, unplug them people, send them home, it's closing time. Night's all that's left behind, you get yours and I'll get mine. Send them home, it's closing time. And send them home, it's closing time. And send them home, it's closing time. Thank you, folks. Good night.